Hello everyone, welcome to Around the World. Today's video is the British Isles, so let's get started. Great Britain is the main island of the kingdom known by its full title as the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It consists of three countries of England, Wales and Scotland. The second largest island in the British Isles has to be in the north, Northern Ireland, and to the south the Republic of Erie. Nearly 1/5 of the people of Great Britain live in Greater London, the area around the great city which is the capital of the kingdom and of the British Commonwealth of Nations. Tens of thousands of them journey into central London every day by train and bus to work in the offices and shops. Many thousands of others work in the factories which line the main railways and roads leading to the city. London also attracts immense numbers of visitors, both from the rest of the country and from abroad, at all times of year. Many of them like to visit the historical buildings of the capital. At the Tower of London they can see the crown jewels and the beefeaters in the Tudor costumes. A short distance up the River Thames, in the Houses of Parliament, they may learn how the country is governed. They may visit nearby Westminster Abbey, which contains the tombs of so many of Britain's greatest men, or St Paul's Cathedral. Many of them will be lucky enough to see the Queen, but all can see Her Majesty's London home, Buckingham Palace. London has many parks, where the people may enjoy a quiet hour amid trees and the lawns, away from the hard pavements and the busy roads. The largest and most famous park is Hyde Park, which contains a lake, the Serpentine, nearly a mile in length. At Kew, a few miles farther from the centre, is a park of a different sort, the Royal Botanic Gardens. Here Londoners may admire and study about 45,000 different kinds of plants, from the tiniest flowers to gigantic trees, gathered from all parts of the world. In the Great Palm House, which is made of glass and is 360 feet long, the gardeners grow lovely tropical palms. Except on public holidays, there are always crowds of people visiting the shops. There are always overbent on entertainment, visiting theatres or cinemas, and more studious people at the many museums and art galleries. Those who are interested in London's trade may explore the miles of docks of the Port of London or the great markets of Covent Gardens, Smithfield and Billingsgate. Everyone, Londoner and visitor alike, loves pageantry, and the pavements are packed with people to watch such displays as the Lord Mayor's Show. Sporting events in various parts of Greater London bring extra crowds to the capital. The supporters of association football teams journey to Wembley to see the cup final. Others go to Twickenham for international rugby matches, to Wimbledon for the tennis championships, to Lord's and the Oval for cricket test matches. All of them from whatever country or county they come bring added colour and life to the capital. Greater London spreads into the so-called home counties. One of them, Kent, is known as the Garden of England, because of its many orchards and hop gardens. Southern England has no lofty mountains, but many ranges of rounded, grass-covered hills such as the South Downs and Cotswolds, where flocks of sheep graze. Along the south coast, from Northumberland to Land's End, numerous resorts are visited by summer holidaymakers. Torquay and Brighton, sometimes called London by the Sea, are two of the most popular. Along the rocky coast of Cornwall, there are sandy coves which shelter smaller, quieter holiday resorts. Often a tiny harbour, with a few fishing boats, nestles within the cove. The beauty of the little fishing port of St Ives has caused a colony of artists to settle there. The English Midlands form one of the country's busy manufacturing regions. In Birmingham and the neighbouring towns, the factory workers make all kinds of metal goods, from pins to motorcars. But the Midlands is not only renowned for its coal mines and factories. People from all over the world come to Stratford-upon-Avon, the birthplace of William Shakespeare, and hope to catch one of his plays at the lovely Memorial Theatre on the banks of the River Avon. When the cotton mills of Lancashire close for the annual holiday, thousands of workers with their families make for Blackpool, with its brazen sea and its amusements. Those who prefer a quieter holiday explore the lakes and fells of the Lake District. People from the Yorkshire woolen towns visit the cliffs and beaches of the North Sea coast or the peaceful dales. The men of Lancashire and Yorkshire have long been among the keenest followers of England's national games, football and cricket. and there is great rivalry between the two counties. Among the coal mining villages and the steel towns of South Wales, the chief game is rugby football. No event arouses such enthusiasm in a Welsh crowd as the international rugby match at Cardiff. In the north, the Welsh have the only mountain railway in Britain, the line which takes visitors to the summit of Snowdon, their highest mountain. In some parts of Wales, the people still speak the Welsh language. One of their greatest events of the year is the National Eisteddfod. Welsh poets, musicians and writers meet, and prizes and medals are awarded to those who have produced the finest works. Some Scottish people, like the Welsh, speak their native language, known as Gaelic. They are mostly people who live in the Highlands and in the Hebrides, the islands off the west coast of Scotland. They also show their national pride in their dress. On special occasions, the men, for example, wear the kilt. The cloth or tartan, of which the man's kilts and the ladies' dresses are made, is the colours of the clan to which they belong. They like to perform their Scottish dances to the musics of the bagpipes. At many Scottish towns during the summer, there are festivals of Highland Games, at which the men take part in the athletic events. One of the special events is tossing the caber, the throwing of a tree trunk about 20 feet long. It is the Scottish Highlands too which have some of the finest scenery in the British Isles. In the south are Loch Katrine and the lovely Woden Glen known as the Trossachs. Farther north are wilder and more majestic beauty spots such as Glencoe, Loch Marie and Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the British Isles. With wool from local sheep, men and women still weave tweeds and tartans on their handlooms. The farther grow oats rather than wheat, and porridge is a favourite dish amongst the Scots. The Midland Valley, through which flow the rivers Clyde and Thorth, is the country's manufacturing region. In the Glasgow area, there are coal mines, steel mills, engineering works and shipyards where some of the world's largest liners are built. Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, is a smaller but more beautiful city than Glasgow, and its Princes Street is one of the most famous streets in Europe. Ayrshire was the land of Robert Burns, one of Scotland's greatest poets. The hills and the dales near the English border were the land of Sir Walter Scott, one of Scotland's greatest authors. Today this border country is a region of sheep farms, with more sheep to the square mile than anywhere else in Britain. Long ago many Scotsmen settled in Northern Ireland, so that the people there are mainly Protestants. In Eire, or the Republic of Ireland, most of the people are Roman Catholics. This difference in religion is one of the reasons for the division of Ireland into two distinct areas. Northern Ireland is a land of the small farms, and on the only part of the British Isles where the farmers grow flax. This flax is manufactured into linen in the factories of Belfast. On the north coast is the famous Giant's Causeway, which is great six-sided columns of rock. Much of Eire is also farming country, and the whitewashed cottages of the small villages are very picturesque. Outside each cottage there is usually a pile of peat. Coal is scarce, and the men dig the slabs of peat from the bogs and use them as fuel. Irish farmers export many cattle through Dublin, the capital, to England. English farmers then fatten the animal so that they can convert it into roast beef for English dinners. Thanks for watching guys, that was the British Isles. Leave a like and comment on the video of what you thought, and then click on my channel to see other videos in this series. Subscribe to my channel for future videos. See you soon.